The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, in partnership with Pixero Global, new frontier of global engagement with the objective helping to increase the participation of Ghanaian SMEs and business service providers in the oil and gas supply chain, in November 2013, commenced the Ghana Supply Chain Development Program, headquartered in Takoradi. The importance of the Ghana Supply Chain Development Program, SCD, attracted across-board stakeholders interested in seeing Ghanaian SMEs take a center stage in service provision within the petroleum sector. Key among them were the mission director of the USAID and the member for Parliament for Takoradi.
The United States government, on behalf of the American taxpayers and through USAID, is one of the elements of our government. I want to make clear, we're in full support of Ghana's efforts to ensure that this new wealth boosts the Ghanaian local economy.
If you go to the UK, their oil and gas is in Aberdeen, and that is where they've developed as their hub for oil and gas. They are models that are working, and I believe that making Sekeni Takoradi and Western Region the hub for oil and gas is the sure bet to ensure that this country also develops evenly.
The SCD's 5-year mandate is to provide capacity building programs through seminars, skill certifications, SME guide to finance, market and business linkages, bank networking, among other services. Ken McGee is the chief of party for the SCD, charged to oversee the execution of the set objectives.
We want to take these companies through what the oil sector and the industries tell us they need. So in other words, we're going to listen. What are the oil companies and the other industries saying they need to compete? And then our job is to put together that training and that kind of skills development to help raise them to the level where they can be competitive and be successful.
To achieve these targets, the SCD has already hit the road running with several technical capacity building and market linkages events. In less than a year, the SCD counts no less than 6 of such programs. In December 2013, the workshop dubbed Partnership for Opportunities was attended by over 20 SMEs and business service providers in Takoradi. This was facilitated by Rainbow Consult, and participants were taking through exercises on opportunities for future engagement. Participants at the end of the workshop expressed satisfaction. In April 2014, the SCD introduced some 20 SMEs to relationship enhancement and strategies for competition at one of its trainees. Participants got the chance to bring out some concerns facing SMEs who want to break into the petroleum supply chain.
The law has been passed, but we have not seen the oil companies behaving as if there is a law. And then if I say that we, the SMEs, are not making an effort to break into them, I will be lying. We've been doing everything. So the law is there, but the two have to be brought together by some kind of a force. Which force will it be? Is it going to be the Petroleum Commission? Then let it be.
Initially, they thought Ghanaians are not ready to participate in the industry. But like I said, trainings are going on. And so with that, some companies have built themselves up already, and they should be given the fair opportunity to participate, whilst others also groom themselves and come up.
I think for the law being passed out, it is time that those concerned in the oil companies start to adjust so that they will meet the demand of the local business people. Other than that, it will still be the foreign companies that will still continue to benefit. So I think that adjustment is very, very necessary here.
But the chief of party of SCD believes the SCD will have a success story to tell in terms of local SMEs participation after the 5-year project.
I would say if after 5 years and $4.9 million US in investment in Ghana in the supply chain development with SMEs, and we don't have, I don't know how you put it, successful companies or more contracts, we would have, not only would we have failed, but the oil companies would have failed too, because what we're doing is offering a platform. We're building the skill, we're trying to raise everybody up together, and we're trying to bring them closer to the IOCs and to the others in the sector.
The SCD, through another seminar in May 2014, managed to bridge the gap between SMEs and financial institutions in the Western region to understand themselves and also explore business opportunities.
So much bureaucratic process, long processes. By the time the money comes, then it looks as if the time has already elapsed, so you don't even need the money for that kind of project. But one particular thing we think is very important for the banks to do is take an interest in the organizations that save with them. Sometimes visit these SMEs, get to know their needs, get to understand. They have ideas to give them, how to help them, and this will help them to know whether they need this credit, they have to give it to them, or they don't have to give it to them at all.
SMEs should be truthful, should be open. I mean, if an SME, you come and then you have the documents we need, you have the records, everything is on track, everything is valid, everything is up to date, we would then make our services very expedient to you.
The Chief of Party promises more of such interactions.
All comes down to mutual understanding, and we think today is just one time, not the last time, to bring these two key parties together to gain better understanding. And we believe that's going to lead to definitely more loans and more lending opportunities for SMEs.
To promote proper business records keeping among SMEs, the SCD in August 2014 also introduced over 20 SMEs to a new user-friendly accounting model, Easy Books.
These are people who have to build their capacity to the level where they can be competitive enough. That is, compete with people who are coming from out there or procuring business within the industry. We realize that they lack certain basic things. In the area of accounting, the use of software to package their accounting issues in such a way that it will help them internally and externally.
Devin Damiteyabwa, service provider, explains the software.
You're looking at a software made in Ghana for Ghanaians and made for the world. Excel-based, okay, easy to use, okay. SMEs, for example, who are cash-based, okay, we do not even have to think about debit and credit. It's a matter of I'm buying, I'm selling, and that is all. Simple entries, and they have all their reports in place. It's really user-friendly. You only need a basic knowledge of accounting.
The participant had a lot of expectations for the accounting software.
I think basically it's going to make our work easier for us, and easier work in terms of calculations and all that will give us more productivity, more income for each SME that has such a platform or a software in their companies.
This was followed up with a seminar on welding and quality control in September 2014, which attracted about 32 participants from 16 SMEs wanting to have a stake in welding contracts. Daniel Kwache is a service provider.
This course seeks to help them understand how the welding industry operates and how they can position themselves so that they can take some of the contracts that come as a result of the work in the oil and gas industries, the fabrication industry, and the manufacturing industry. We have standards like the American Welding Society, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, ASME, and then American Petroleum Institute, API. Now, the course seeks to introduce them to all of these codes.
Participants justify the relevance of the workshop to their work.
I'm a welder at Seaworld, and I think through this training, I can do a lot of this thing, even inspection. I can do inspection, and I can even select, when I want to do a job, I can even select or advise on how to select our materials, our electrodes, and now even our process, how to go about it.
We were repairing some frameworks for one of these companies, and upon some few audits, they asked us to stop the process. They will come in. They came with their own equipment to do the welding because we were using the normal arc welding instead of using the gas tensile welding, which is the now accepted type of weld. So we are here to build our capacities and acquire knowledge so that we can be competitive.
The Deputy Chief of Party says the workshop on welding is timely.
You know about trouble? Everything that has been done there involves the welding of pipes and machines over long distances, gas being moved over long distances. All these things require that you have a specialized know-how in that field. And if you look at it, it tells you clearly that we need to do this kind of thing in a more institutionalized way. And SCD, or the Ghana Supply Chain Program, is proud to be associated with that, with the support and sponsorship of the USAID.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Supply Chain Development Program says it's not done until it sees Ghanaian SMEs at the front of Ghana's petroleum supply chain. Hence, it is partnering with the Ministry of Trade and Industry and other agencies like the Petroleum Commission as well as EDC to realize its mission.